Good to see you. We're gonna just have a seat and just wake up this body with a gentle movement, a rotation. Breathe in. Inhale up. Exhale, just a gentle rotation to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Now this is lateral flexion. Wake up that body, wake up the breathing. Now we're breathing in fully. Take another inhale. Up and exhale over. So it's like you're going over something. Up and over, breathe into that side that we're stretching. Fingers are even stretching. Breathing is full. Up. Good. And then let's go back one time. Up and back and lift your heart. So just a little shoulder opener. Inhale. Good. You're doing great. And then an exhale to go into a bound angle or forward fold. So we're just waking up the spine in 5 different ways. Breathe in. And then begin lengthening your spine and stretching out your legs. So just a little bit of lubrication for those joints. Grab a heavy band. You can also grab 2 bands if you want to have more. Now, I've got a purple one, for example. You're gonna cross the dynaband or the elastic tubing. Hands walk up pretty close so that as soon as you start pulling, you've got some tension. As soon as you start pulling, you've got some tension. Your exhale is gonna start the pull. You're practicing your spine, having your spine in what's called axial extension or a lengthened, good posture place. Exhale. Pull. Good. And just make your wrist comfortable. I've got mine in neutral where the thumb and the palms are kind of facing each other and the thumb and the first finger side of the hand are up. I just want you to feel like your wrists are comfortable and your ears in line with your shoulder from the side view. Good. Inhale. You're doing great. Now these are big, strong muscles that we need for our posture and to complement the front body. We're going to be adding on a turn here, so pull one side and turn to that side. Return to neutral. Now you're going to pull the other arm. You're going to turn to that side. Now we can add the exhale as we rotate and exhale as you rotate to the other side. A little extra bonus move is to supinate that hand as you pull it. So I'm pulling the left arm and I'm going to turn the palm to face up and then return it to neutral here. So I'm turning the palm up as I rotate. You're adding supination. Exhale. So your palms are neutral, palm up. That one is not critical. I'd rather you have good form first in your upper back. Your elbows are going close to your body, low row. Your shoulder blades are down the back. That's a nice little addition. Supinate the hand, the arm as you go to the side. All right, try 4 more. See if you can match the rotational flexibility on each side. Your conscious focus helps you with that. And again, nice. Now I'm going to a medium band. So you can, if you have just 1 or 2 bands, just stick with it. But I'm going to go to a lesser than that one because that one's so, purple's pretty heavy. Now this is going to, I'm going to slightly point the toes so the band doesn't slide off my feet. I'm going to show a few different ways on this one. This is biceps. And if you need it easier, your elbows go lower. If you need it harder, your elbows lift up. Not your shoulder blades though, they're still down the back. Another neat trick if you want and you don't have osteoporosis is to lean back a bit and feel your belly adding on, your abdominals adding on, your belly pulls in. Exhale. Just make your wrist comfortable with the band or the tubing that you have. That looks good. I like it. Everybody looks great. Good exhale, extension, good. Exhale, and notice that you're returning the band. The band isn't flinging you back. So you're controlling it on the pull, and then you're controlling it on the way back. Exhale, 5, 4, your gaze is probably just above your toes. 3, 2, and then on the 1, if you aren't already, sit up and place your hands beside your hips. Now, pull and exhale, pull. Good. I like it. Yeah, make sure you have enough room. You're tall. Your arms look like a V, an upside down V. Exhale. It's like your crown grows every time you pull the band. The back of your, it's the back of your arm, so the tricep is keeping your elbow long. Your shoulders are still down the back. Jaw parallel to the floor. And you're going to feel your lat muscles too, these big back muscles that run from the arm to the sacrum. All right, try 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Now I'm going to let this down for a moment and take a stretch, sort of a way to release tension and to counter pose. So one hand up and back. Go up, up, up. So even the transition is part of the pose. Now soft elbows, lift your heart. Now breathe really fully. If you can, breathe in your nose. And fill up that chest, fill up that upper back. Neck is easy. Breathe in. Breathe in. And all right, you're coming back to seated. Cross the band. So whatever band you have, you're going to cross it like an X. Your elbows are beside you now. Open up your forearms to the sides. This is not a big movement. You got it. This is more therapeutic for the back of the shoulder. Good. And 4. And 5. And keep the breath. 6 continuous. 7, so we're not holding our breath. 8, the spine is long. 9, your shoulders are down the back. 10. We're going to do 10 more here. And 12, 13, 14, good. 15, elbows glued. 16, 17. It's like you have a piece of paper under your arm and you're holding it to the ribs. 19, 20. Now uncross your arms. I'm sorry, uncross your band. Uncross your band. Now your arms are open. I want you to imagine you have a little tree in front of you you're hugging. Now hug backwards with the rear deltoid. Notice that the arms are lower than the shoulders still, but they're not really close to the floor. So this is rear deltoid. Think about how the back of your shoulder feels. You want to feel like it's contracting. Maybe it feels warm. Maybe it feels like it's getting pumped up. It's getting more blood flow. The scapula, the shoulder blades, gently retract towards each other as you do this as well. Those are important muscles whose job it is to try to keep the shoulders from rounding forward. They pull your scapula back, and they get overworked, as you can imagine, during the day trying to pull the scapula back because so much of our activity is forward. So now we're strengthening those deltoids, rear shoulders. We're strengthening those scapula. So we're helping our back in so many different ways with these exercises. Take 3 more, lift up your spine, 2, and 1. Really good. And I want to have us sit any way you want to. And you remember the very first stretch. Go up and over and breathe. This is a shoulder stretch. When you rotate down, it's rear shoulder and low back. And then as you rotate up, it's front shoulder and obliques. Inhale. Now up, it's like you're reaching over a fence. It's a half moon seated. Good, breathe into that rib cage. Rotate down. Now it's that rear shoulder that we just worked. And then rotate up, it's more front shoulder. We haven't worked that yet, but we're still getting the obliques. Inhale. And then exhale, relax. Really good. Now, the next one we're going to do is a chest press, but we're going to do it with hand weights. So you're going to be lying on your back. You're going to take 2 dumbbells that are going to let you do chest weights. So I'm going to guess anywhere from 5 to 12 pounds. So probably a little heavier. And get your hand weights I'm gonna make sure everybody, okay, good, everybody's got them. Feet on the floor, and you're gonna be, I'm gonna have the arms close to the ribs on this. Push up, I'm gonna look, okay, great, and then bend. Now keep going, I'm gonna talk a little bit. Keep your breathing so you can exhale every time you push up. And if your neck feels like it's kind of crooked up and your chin's back, you can always put a little pillow or fold a yoga mat underneath your head. You want the ear in line with the shoulder, or if you're feeling like your head's kind of crooked up, you want a little prop under your pillow. The ribs are also connected to the mat. The feet on the floor helps you keep that low rib connection to the mat, which is nice for your back. Notice you don't arch your back off the mat when you're doing these. You're not compensating with your legs and your back to do a chest press. Exhale as you push. Exhale as you push. And I don't see anyone locking out their elbow backwards. That's great. And 5. So as you straighten the arms, they shouldn't be going backwards into hyperextension. There's a length, but there's no hyperextension. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now take the hand weights down and take a full body stretch. You can reach through your fingers, you can reach through your toes. Inhale. Now as you exhale, I'm going to offer that you come up and grab a lighter weight. So somewhere between a 3 and a 5. And you're going to put your body on its side. So I have one arm as a pillow. The hand is on this hand weight. That's a 3 or a 5, somewhere between there. Open up to the side, and right away you'll know, oh, I need a less one, I need a harder one. So it's not like a big old bicep curl. This is external rotation. This is so important to keep those shoulders healthy. 5. Now your wrists are neutral, so when you do this, look at them, see if they're neutral. They're not kicking backwards right here in an effort to take the weight further back. They're in a long line like a plank. All right, that's good. And notice how gravity would pull the weight down, but you want your muscles to do the slowing down. 12, 13, 14. Now we're going to move our body around the weight. So you can just leave the weight there if you want. And you can just move your body around it. That way you're not putting that weight in an awkward position as you change. Now this arm is your pillow. You can certainly use a pillow. Put the arm on the mat, on the rib or on the side body. So notice I'm not lifting my elbow, just like that band exercise. 3, good. Now I'm going to relax the neck. And 4, good. 5, that's it. These are great for the shoulders. 6, great to prevent rounded upper back. 7, and shoulders. 8, 9, good. Neutral wrist, if you're not sure, look at it. Get them proprioception in there, so you want to see. Try not to relax. Try not to tighten the back, the neck. 13, 14, and 15. Okay, now we're going to take a hand and knee position and just take about 5 of these cat-cows. Get your spine awakened. 2, 3, and it's also going to stretch out. See how your scapula go down the back and extension, and then they go abducted, protraction. So we're getting some movement in there. Breathe in. Nice. Now the challenge here is going to stand up without using your hands. So your hands are ideally not going to touch anything. If you need to, that's okay. I'm going to tilt my screen up. You're going to grab a hand weight that lets you do bicep curls. So bicep curls is probably going to be anywhere from 5 to 10. And you can hold it either supinated or neutral. So this is hammer grip. Check your joints. And here's supinated. So what does your body need? And I want you to just soften the knees. So they may be long, but they're soft. Your ribs are over your pelvis, so you're not lordotic. Your shoulders are down the back. You're breathing calmly. through the nose and out the nose if you can. So we're not only working on the muscle strengthening, we're also working on the breath. We don't get many chances during the day that we're focused on our breathing. Keep those torso, those alveoli expansive. Keep the rib cage expansive. Full breath. Check your neck every now and then. There's a softness to it. You don't feel any shoulders up near the ears. Right here, you're making sure not to hyperextend the elbows. Right, Michelle, I see that. Try 5 more. Notice how you are in control of the lowering, not gravity. Good. These are muscles that pick up big watermelons or big cantaloupes or big squashes. 2 carrying muscles. Really good. Now we're going to lower these down, and I haven't offered us water or a sip, so grab your drink and then we'll come back and do a little shoulder stretch. This is also a stretch that's good for posture. So your fingers interlace and you open up your arms away from your hips. And notice how your head would want to kind of go forward. You want to keep that ear in line with the shoulder. So just your arms are going up. You never poke the head forward to do what seems like a bigger stretch. Inhale. Nice. I love it. And then let go. Let's just take a little qigong, knocking on the door of life, which also calms the activity with the light right and left side of the brain. All these little soothing techniques help us during the day. Now the next weight we're going to do is probably going to be between 3 and 6. It's this one. It's called a lateral raise, so it's a hand weight. And you're going to take a stance where your hands are opening up to the side like a letter T. So we go open to about the shoulder height. We don't need to go any higher for us. And then let's go through our cues. Wrists are neutral. Good. Knees are soft but long. Hands are in your vision, so they're they're beside you, but they are slightly ahead. They're not drifting behind you. Here we go. Shoulders are down the back, even though we're lifting the arms, but we're not hiking the shoulders up. We are lowering the weight and not gravity pulling us down too quickly. Good. You have 4 corners of weight in your feet. You're not in your heels and you're not in your toes. Jaw soft. And maybe you have muscles that tend to tighten that you don't need. So jaw is one of those. Glutes are one of those. You don't need to have really tight glutes here. Breathe in, breathe out, stand tall. Good. Let's take 3 more. It's really nice to have these strong shoulders. Neck is easy, but your shoulders are strong. 2. Good. 1 more. 1. Now we're going to be lowering that down. I'm going to offer another sip since I really hadn't offered any until that last exercise. So another sip. And we're going to take a cow face pose because it's a great posture and shoulder opener, but I do want to offer that you add a glute strengthener. So if you want to put your foot up tree and then do your hands back, you'll have a couple things going on. Your glute is getting stronger. We need that glute. It's really vulnerable to get amnesia in it, and it's especially with long sitting. So if you do have to sit for a long time, see if you can get out. Even if you just stand up, kind of move your calves. All right, this looks good. Try to keep balanced while you put your hands at the heart. Nice job. Lower that foot. Let's do the other side. Great high tree. I love it. All right, the foot comes up. That's your glute medius. Now this muscle should feel it. And then do the other side. Good. Sometimes on that tight arm, the dominant arm that's behind you at the lower back, that the body kind of tends to lean, but I don't see that in anyone. So you're also monitoring that in yourself. Head back against that arm. Now, yeah, good Jean, good catch. So if you want to challenge, take your hands to your heart without putting the foot down. Awesome, Karen, that's come a long way since the retreat. Foot down. So now we're going to do this, which is front raise. You're going to take probably a 3 to 6 a 3 to 5. Because it's a long lever, that's why it's a lighter. So when you put your arms out, look how long that arm is. So that's why these aren't humongous weights. All right, you have a little bit of ab tone here, right? So you're not leaning back. You would notice if you weren't paying attention, your body would change, but now you've got some ab tone on. Knees are soft. Here we go with our breath through the nose. That a girl, Karen. If you're ever not in the right weight, just go to the other ones or do partial of a set with one weight, go to the others. That way you can do the set without just stopping. And can keep going with a lighter weight if you need to. Now we're going to add on that cue where we try to lower with control, because gravity is going to try to pull us down quicker than we want to. We're trying to work the way up and the way down. Good. Shoulders, strength. Think about how automated our days are. You can go to a public venue and you don't even have to open the door in a lot of places. It just, when you wait the mat in front of it, it opens. Our car windows, you don't even have to open. So a lot of things are automated now. So we have to go after these muscles, and that's what we're doing now. 2 more. 1 more. Now, take a moment with your hand weights. Just kind of move your shoulders in a circulation. Place your hands right here. There's almost like a shelf. Now, exhale. When you push up, you want to have some abdominal tone so that your back doesn't feel wiggly or unstable. You have a little ab tone. Good. Neck is easy. Check that. Jaw is not helping. The jaw is relaxed. Breathe. 6. Good. Neck soft. 7. There's a little shelf right here. Good. 8. 9. All right, try 5 more. Just do the best you can. If you need to grab another weight, that's fine. 11. Good. I like it. There's your abs helping you. 12. Not your neck. Your neck is, your shoulder blades are down the back. 13. Here we go. 2 more. 14. 15. Hot dog. Let that go really good. Grab a sip, and then we're going to do a prayer pose, either in front or in back. Here's the prayer pose in front, and that would be a great hand stretch. You're welcome to do that. Or to the rear, work it up. Notice how the shoulders could be forward, so I'm opening them up even if I'm in this stretch. Yeah, so wherever you are, there you are, fully. All right, 5, 4, 3, Confucius, right? 2, and 1. Really good. So I'm going to have us take a dynaband to do some triceps, so a medium at least, and one hand. So we're mixing up our mediums, our vehicles. So one hand's behind your head, one hand's at your low back. Here you are standing tall first, and then push it up. Exhale. Try to lengthen that elbow. Good. Try to keep the neck soft. 4, 5. And this is also another one where 6, you control the band on the way back. 7, you don't just let it fling you back. 8, you're up and you're down are part of the exercise, up and down. Good. If you have too much tension, just give yourself more. The bands are pretty easy to adjust during the exercise. 13, that's what's neat about them. If you drop them, nothing gets hurt. 14, they're great for traveling too. So if you're leaving up north and heading back south, you can bring the bands. All right, take a couple more. Exhale as you push. Inhale as you return. Exhale as you push. Now, this hand comes up. This hand comes down at the low back. Yep. And check your spine. It's tall. Everyone looks good. I'm just saying the cue so you also check base with yourself. Tall spine. 4. Lengthen. Knees soft. 5, 6, 13. And like how you're lengthening, 14, and lowering, 15. You're doing great. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Guys, I'm going to sneak in one more. Let's work it till the end. Here's your band right here. And let's go out and forward. Now listen, it's up to you. I am going to add on a little heel raise. If you would like to join me, add on that heel raise. And now a lot's going on. I'll just cue us through all of it. Just do your best. Your knees are long and soft. Each of your metatarsal head on your toes has equal weight. This is a really good one to make sure your ankle isn't getting pushed out to the side, what's called an inversion sprain. You don't want to loosen those, you don't want to create more laxity in those tendons. So ankles straight up. You are keeping your shoulder blades down the back. It's a tiny bit of a heart rate response. You feel it because we're using more muscles. Good. This calf raise is really good if you're traveling and you're just getting out of the car. Do some calf raises. Get that blood flow back up. Or if you have to sit down at your job for a long time. Heck, even standing at a job. All right, listen, this is a great little stretch we're going to add on. Take this arm back, hold, breathe, inhale. You guys did great. This is another one of my favorite shoulder and posture stretches. Now go down 1/2 inch. Breathe in fully. Notice how your mood changes with the posture and the breath. Okay, one more. Take a moment just to stand. Notice how good you feel. The palms are open, the chest is lifted, the chin is lifted, the body is open. You can dictate a lot of your focus just by and mood by breathing and by your posture. So if it feels like there's not a lot of things we can control in life, we can control how we stand, we can control how we breathe, and that's going to create a wonderful chemical reaction in the body. So let's start this intention this day with, today I intend to focus on the things I can, and that breathing and that posture are 2 easy things I can do to create the day closer to what I want with so much appreciation.